Hey gang, Toadie here. Welcome to episode 6 in Toadietopia. We are going to take a quick boo at the city at night. To start today's episode off, this is the Meownchin and the rocks that are nearby, and I wanted to show off just a couple things real quick. Like, we have the park at nighttime, and I think it looks really fun. I've done my usual trick, I just did air quotes there, of tucking in some floodlights behind the rocks, and I think it looks really nice. I've done the same thing over here in front of our graveyard that is still yet unfinished, and I really enjoy these nighttime views. The other very exciting thing about nighttime in our city is shown here, my friends. That's no moon. I do love including little fun Easter eggs like that in my cities. What you are seeing right now is the decoration or the detailing, whatever you want to call it, of the fishing docks that we worked on last episode. I haven't had time to see your comments about them yet, but I have gone ahead and done some detail work on it. Let's put that up to the side for a really quick minute while we come back over here to our concert, where it looks like there is a concert going on right now. You can see everyone doing all their dancing, which, look at this guy. I've never seen them before, like waving their arms around. That's pretty fun. We have Nestor in concert right now. So we have been playing the city a little bit on stream, which means, yes, excellent. Wow, we have some popularity up here. Now, what is the required popularity for this? 85. So we've already managed the popularity for level 3. So let us upgrade to level 2. Hooray! And you can see many folks are happy. There is, a big old movement happening while this happens. Right, because now they must watch the stage from a different angle, I guess. And we will get to kind of decorating this area once we have been able to upgrade it to the 3rd level. Ooh, I forget what the requirements are for these other 2 buildings. Ah, yes, a university and commercial. Well, we're gonna work on one of those 2 things today. Before we get to that though, I've noticed over here that we do have some people very much complaining about the sound volume. So let me look at the zoning here. Yes, now these are commercial. So we're going to try, let's use the in-game tool. Yeah, very loud, big, bad, loud, not good, right? Okay, fine, I understand. Let's de-zone these guys. And I'm gonna say, let's leave those over there for now. We will deconstruct these and let's zone it in as office instead. I'm wondering whether or not it's better to zone office here or put trees down. I think it'll be better to put offices in for now. We'll even tuck an office over there. And then when these zone in, they can all figure themselves out. Now, I think that concert just ended, so we're about to see everybody walking away. And of course, because we don't really have a functioning public transit system in yet, we have a lot of pocket cars happening. I remember leaving concerts like this. I remember getting terribly lost, going the wrong way on the GO train. It's not fun. It looks like the detailing and decoration has been finished at our docks, and yes, you can see here with the flyover, I do think it looks pretty darn nice. I totally recognize that the amount of boats that are here is a little bit excessive, but I personally think it's really fun. Unless there's an absolute outcry of comments in the last week's video, I think we are going to keep it. And let's fast forward to today, where I have finished all of the decorating all the way down the river. We needed some electricity, so I threw in these turbine guys, I don't remember what they're called, and we spammed rocks and trees and all of that sort of thing throughout Mighty Farms here, and I think it looks really nice. I think we did a bang up job. Now, the main event for today is going to take place over here. And I'm going to try something maybe a little bit tricky, but it has to happen. So if we come over here, we can now zone some university. And it's going to be kind of like, I want to get over here as well once we can unlock the next milestone, but we're gonna have to do a little bit of landscaping, but I would also very much like to try to work with the mountainside and sort of like nestle the university campus area into the mountain. Thanks to the power of Move It, we have the train tracks all along the side and the edge of the river here. Back down this side, we will very likely bring the tracks off and come up along this way for a transit hub. So sneak peek into hopefully probably the next episode. We'll see what gets thrown at us though. And now, the hard part of deciding how to start this campus area. We have a trade school administration building to put down, and I really am tempted to start it over here and kind of have it work within the high density tourism zone that we've got going on, and then kind of meander over to this area. Why don't we do exactly that? I think this administration building fits in very well over here. I have to use Anarchy to get it to place, but I think that's just fine. If we tuck it in there, that will work. Well, the steps are a little weird, eh? So we will get it moved in here, and then that's just fine. We can totally work with that. Now we need to name this. It is in fact a trade school, and that works out very well. This is named after our Patreon, Tara Shiva. Tara Shiva's Trade School, TSTS. It just worked far too well to not do it. So Tara, thank you for all of your support. And what did that unlock for us? It unlocked dorms, very exciting. Study hall, groundskeeping, and book club. Okay, so I remember these two being pretty small, so we could put them somewhere pretty easy. This could even go over here, but give me a moment to get some roads and some paths over here and try to kind of think of what we're gonna make happen. Here is what we have come up with so far. I realize that I just need to do a little bit of this. So I took another bridge from the semi-recent content creator pack because I think that this style of bridge goes nicely with the trade school buildings. So I think that'll work out okay for a theme. And coming over here, I just did like a couple very simple paths. We will absolutely be expanding on this. And I tucked the railroad down the side. I think you guys already saw that, and it will come under this bridge and go up that way. Perfect. Probably get some parking up here. Definitely need to do some smoothing. We'll figure it all out. For now though, our students need a place to live. So here's what I was thinking. I am wondering if we can get away with doing a little bit of this. So if I just tuck this guy in here, and then I grab the path, which the tree that I've used is the Mariah bush, small flowers. That's how you say that. Oh no, and of course I forgot water. So let's pause the game first. And this is what I was thinking, right? And then coming this way and doing the same. So if we do that a couple times, that will give us the students that we need to live here. Now, lining them up is going to be a whole thing, but I think we can probably manage doing this, and then we will have to play with the height of it as well. So how many do we want for now? Just the 4? How many each holds 171 students? Okay, that's fine. And I think we can get away with this. We can put some like benches or something in there, tables and that sort of thing. Cool. Then we have the, what is this? Study hall, right. This is a much bigger building. And as tempted as I am to put it over here, I would love to try to make use of this side, right? So it's not gonna work along the waterfront, but we might be able to sneak it up here. Why don't we try putting the study hall up this way? It's going to create these ridges, but that's going to be something that I'm probably going to have to learn how to deal with. So I will be tidying up the landscaping as we go. And we have the groundskeeping and the book club. Now these are so I don't see any reason why we can't tuck them on this side and then do the landscaping behind them. Let's put that guy down there. Groundskeeping, I once again am tempted to put it over this way, but if we tuck it right over here, sure. all right. That's a little strange. It looks not great at all. So let's just move it this way. Let's move this down to help that corner. And let me just show you an example of how I intend to kind of work with this mountain. So I'm going to grab this guy, I'm going to press Control H and bring it down to the level of the path, and then it will do that behind it, right? So we go into our landscaping. I've got the hard brush chosen for now, and I am on the level terrain. So I'm going to right click here to grab this level, and I'm going to just kind of get really ugly with it around the side. And then I will grab the soften terrain and bring the strength down, and I'll make it the softer brush, and I'll do this with it and try to leave some of the edge of the mountain look. And that, I think, is all right, isn't it? Now over here, I'm going to, what do we think? I think I want to grab the train track and move it to the height of these. So if we grab this, is that much of a movement? No, I don't think so. So let's grab, oh, autosave. Let's grab all of these and maybe try to get them all the same. And we'll see kind of how man-made that feels. That's all right. That is still gonna look okay there. Yeah, I think that's okay. And finally, we had this over here. Right, so what I think is going to happen is maybe we put another path. Maybe I'll do the one without the bushes, and let's bring it out this way. And we'll go straight out. And yeah, that makes this be a little bit more of a sharp incline or decline, whatever you want to call it. And then that kind of justifies having the path there. So then we might put another building off of this path, that may be one of the bigger buildings that we unlock later, and it will come down this way, and then we'll have to fight with the landscaping again. So the landscaping will be a work in progress, but I really want to have that challenge with this trade school. I'm gonna get the water in and then unpause and let our students roll in. If we click on Terashiva's Trade School, we have all of the students that we need, and we have the attractiveness that we need. We do need 2 academic works to level up. So I've gone over here, I have funded a grant for IT engineering, and I've whacked the academic staff up to 25, which has put us in a very expensive place. It seemed to top out at like minus 13 thou a week. And now we're kind of balancing out, but we've got $7.5 million. I'm not too worried. I'm very much hoping that we can reach level 2. And when I came over here, there was lots of people leveling up to level 5, kind of as soon as I started putting down the university items. So I think that was all that we needed in order to get these guys to level up. Let's take this time to zone in some more buildings here in our kind of tourism / people live here area. We'll zone those guys in, and over here we've got housing as well. I'm wondering, so this I'm considering to be a transit hub, right? So I don't think I want the housing immediately next to the transit hub. Why don't we do some office buildings on this side? So all the way up like this, and then we'll just do the low density commercial on this side. We'll see what comes in. I might have to trade some in for high density. Maybe down along here though, we could fit in some more housing. I think that would be all right. Now right here, I think I want a path maybe, because we have this path over this way. Let's put in the path, and we're coming here. I have been doing these paths as no lights, and I've just been doing it like this. It's super easy, helps with the walkability of the city, and then we'll have our last high density building here, and then these two can be, let's do office again. These IT buildings, I love them. I just love all of these buildings. I love the way that this all looks together, especially as they level up. Fantastic. Our commercial need is seeming to be the one that's going to be taking up the time though, so, or the usage, the need, you guys know what I mean. I'm gonna do a little bit more commercial down here, going to do a little bit of commercial up here, and I'm kind of saving these for maybe some more university buildings. I would love to get them kind of like mixed in though. I would love to get like a small university building over here and then zone around it. So we'll see what we unlock as we go. We still have quite a bit of a need coming up for residential, and I don't want to fall into a trap that I usually fall into. I don't know if you guys are the same, where once you get high density, you just kind of always plunk down high density. So I'm going to come back over here to War Nor Industries and see if we can make a little bit more use of this space. I like these buildings over here. I really think that they remind me of the boonies that my friends grew up in. So I'm going to try some of this and just try, like I said, to get a little bit more usage out of this area. So if we do that, great. And I wanted also to do this dirt road back here. Now let's see if I can make it look the way that I wanted it to look. I think that's right. I just have to I always have to kind of turn my camera around to see the way that the land goes up and down. Oh my goodness, there's a word for that. All right, again, gonna need to fiddle with that. And do we think we can make this climb up this mountain? That's a whole thing that happens, isn't it? What if we were to do like some of this, where you do kind of the stepped climb? Yeah, actually, honestly, that's all right, isn't it? I'm super good with that. Now here, I want to make this feel a little bit more natural. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Control N for node controller. I'm going to grab this node and make it a slope. Immediately looks better. These are all probably already slopes. Oops. Yeah, okay, they're gonna be fine. I think the rest of what I want to do is with the landscaping tool. Let me get that in. This is what it's going to look like for now. So I'm gonna do kind of similar where I just zone in a few places. So we're gonna come, back here and try to do like different size houses, right, for the variety, and get this neighborhood, these boons, thriving. So no zoning here because that's just like a wandering road. Definitely going to need to landscape back here once these houses zone in. Over this way, let's do one on this side, and I kind of built this mountain up a little bit. This feels a little too like curved, rounded for me, so we can try to tidy that up together maybe and put the one house there. So let me come back to the landscaping and I'll show you what I did. Actually I'll just recreate it. It was looking like this when I brought this node up. So I took the slope terrain, right clicked down here to set this as like where I want the level to go, and I left clicked to bring it down this way. And actually I'm gonna maybe do this, and now I'll come back to my slope. I'm gonna right click down here. I'm gonna start here instead. Cool. And then I'll use my smooth tool from here to try to get something that looks half decently natural. I think that's looking pretty good. We've got like, a little mountain and stuff here. We can definitely put some rocks in to have it look more natural. Hopefully people will start zoning in. Maybe we need some more park coverage to help these guys out. So there is not anyone moving in here, and I've put down an extra medical center somewhere right here, and I've put down police and fire here, just some wee ones. And they are still not moving in, and I think it's because potentially the lack of high school. So I've kind of tinkered around with trying to place different high schools different places, and it's just nothing really is working. So what we are going to do instead is we're going to build a road specifically for this high school out this way. Going to have it come this far, sure, and I'm going to bring it through that house. So I am sorry. To that house. Now that was a really weird way for it to... Oh yeah, look at that. It just did like this tiny little node. How strange. Let's have it come like so. We will do the traffic management before I forget. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. And let's get these all to this height. Again, tidying the landscape on my list of things to do. So there are a whole bunch of high schools. I am struggling to try to find one that kind of like suits the area. I'm gonna try, I guess, this. All of them are pretty large, but I guess for a high school that makes sense. And this is probably, I mean, this kind of works. Let me try one more. This Reggie's High School, I always keep on my list, but I never put it down. Now, it's gonna be crazy over here. I wonder if we can maybe move this road. But I do kind of like that. Let's try to make this work. So let's do this together because I do so much stuff not together with you. Let's try. Everyone's gonna be really angry for a second, but guys, I promise we will fix it. Please don't yell at me. I swear I'm a good mayor. Let's bring this in. I'm holding down Alt every now and then with Move It to see kind of what sort of patterns Move It wants. Yes, and do you see where it does that green line? It's gonna have a freak out first. But that green line is what I'm looking for. So then we can bring this guy over here. We can bring him up to the correct height. Same thing with this house. Bring him up to the correct height. And does that give us any more autosave? Does that give us any more room back here? Not really. I wonder, maybe we just can't have a house. Maybe we bring this guy over this way instead, scooch him around, bring him down, and move the land around him. That'll certainly help here. I'm determined, my friends. I'm determined to make this work. So let's do some more of this. And some more of this. I feel like I very often just completely undo what I've done with the landscaping. All right, and then what happens when I try to smooth this out back here? Okay, so it looks a little rough, but that makes sense if we're trying to work like within the mountains and the hills and stuff, right? I think that's okay. Now, guys, come move in. So I am a big dum-dum, and this is the second time I've done this with this city, but I'm just not, I don't use Theme Manager very often, but what is happening here so that you might be able to troubleshoot something in the future is everything that I have left zoned is a 3x3 or a 2x2. It's these smaller housing sizes, right? And we are using Theme Manager to make this only have certain buildings zone in. I don't have any buildings that are this small in this theme. So if I click on Warner Industries, I click on Themes, come over here, Theme Manager, I'm gonna click on this JK and Boomer, and I'll show you how I did it. I said, don't show me anything. Now please only show me low density residential. And I've chosen the 2x2 for now. And I want to try to find some that will fit in. These P&W ones I think are going to be what I go for. Now they have level 1s, which is good. That means they will start to move in. Maybe I'll pause while we do this. All of these are fine. These ones might be a little bit fancy, but that's okay. Level 3, that's good. That's like 2x3s. And I think that should help. So let's cross our fingers. Let's go into this view. Press go. Fingers crossed. And you can see it already. You can see people moving in. Thank goodness. So we probably didn't have to put the high school over here, but you know what? I'm leaving it. It fits pretty nicely. We had a fun little challenge of trying to work with the landscaping, and we've made some more use out of our land. Watching these guys zone in, I am very excited to come back over here once everybody has kind of moved in and do some last final touches with the landscaping and put down trees and rocks because we love trees and rocks. But I'm going to swing on back over this way. Over here, yes, perfect. It is still showing. We have some people doing the not enough buyers for fish. So I want to come back to the fishing industry. Oh, and we can do these now. Oh, well, let's just detour for a hot second. What is this? This over here is the pink, which is salmon. So if I come to a salmon fishing harbor, they're pretty, we could get, oh no. What I think we can do instead is let's put the anchovy close by. Let's put the salmon close by. But I do also want to get down these fish markets and factories and these like smaller fish markets that came with the docks that we put in. But we're gonna have to kind of build that area up. And where else are we going to put it? But here, I remembered how to use the Touch This tool from I don't know. And I got these in, so let's get the rest happening. I don't think I want to connect down here, but I think connecting this way is not a bad idea. Let's do one other road coming from the main road here. I would love to get a 90-degree angle, please. Yes. And then I'm gonna want like a whoosh this way. I hope by now that you guys all know and love my technical terms like whoosh. And the mod is doing the thing where I am not connecting to these roads. Right here, yes, we've done it. Let's go like this. That looks like a good whoosh to me. We will connect there, beautiful. And I think this way though, we will connect with the dirt road. That makes more sense to me. So let's come straight from a 90 over here, straight from a 90 over here, and then do the connection like so. 6 and 6, that looks great. One final little connection here. I'm gonna do the road with trees. I'm going to go to my trees, and this zoning adjuster guy really needs to get out of my way. Can you not be here? Oh, good, you cannot be there. Okay, perfect. I think I've favorited most. Yeah, I'm gonna do the juniper. I feel like I always do the juniper, but it just fits so well. Coming in here. And we'll go 10 that way and 10 that way. And let's work from here. First things first, let's get the fishing lines in. We can do this one together. Now these guys, I'm gonna have them come over this way. Let's do these ones first because I'm pretty sure this whole place is the salmon, right? Yeah. So they can kind of interfere over here. I've been pretty willy-nilly with the fishing lines until now, and I haven't had any sort of like repercussions, I guess, from it. So I don't think, unless we eventually want to do like a canal system, or not a canal system, the boating transport type system, I can see that maybe causing us some trouble, but that, my friends, is a future Toadie problem. So that's that one done. Now over here, I'm going to try to stay within the anchovy area. And luckily for us, it is pretty large. So we're just gonna come down this way. I don't know quite how much the efficiency is. Like, I don't have a reference yet for how big or how small to make these, but I'm happy to learn as we go. We can do that. They both have fishing lines. We will check on them for efficiency. But first, let's come up here. Let's put down the fishing market. Is pretty big, right? Wow, it is very big. How big is a factory? Even bigger, and it causes pollution, which is a big old frustrating. If we were to put it here, it would pollute those houses. If we were to put it here, it just barely goes to the river. I'm gonna try it. I don't love this. I don't love it at all. So our concrete, like our water tower, is gonna be in here. Let's try this and see how it ends up working. Scooch this rock out of the way. Scooch that rock out of the way. I know that they come over on the road, but I'm all right with it. Yeah, we'll see how the pollution goes. I'm hoping. Oh wait, this is water in. My friends, I've made a big mistake. Okay, we're moving this water tower. We are going to move it over here. I guess for now, we'll have to maybe find somewhere better to put it. I just am glad that I realized that before I kind of let the game go for a while. Let's connect it up over here. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's press go again, and then the fishing market. Let's put the vanilla one over here. I know it says that it's going to cause a bit of pollution, but that's okay. And then we can do like our own market over this way. So if we come over here, how do these guys work? You know what? I don't think that's the right way to do it. I wonder if we take these little guys and we maybe put them over here. Let's do that instead. So we'll kind of spread them out over here. So we'll put this one there and move these guys over as well. Yes, coming over here, that feels so much better. It feels so much more realistic. You can walk down to the docks and watch the boats doing their thing. And you can also pass by the fish markets where you can purchase your goods. My friends, I want to do a little bit more work on Terashiva's trade school within this episode, so I am literally going to sit here until the school year is done. A new school year has started and we have reached the level 2 recognized. So let's do another academic work. Let's go hospitality. Even though, you know what? It's so funny how little money we're losing, even though we've got this at the top level. I'm gonna leave it. To heck with it. I'm gonna leave it. Let's go to our university area, which is down here. What did we get? We got, oh yeah, the outdoor study. This is huge, but fits so nicely here. Oh my goodness, it also fits so nicely here. Okay. We have the trade school gym. It will also maybe fit somewhere around here. Cafeteria, of course, I think that I probably want it to go near the dorms, right? And then the wee fountain, which actually, why don't we put it over here? If I were to do it, I think that's gonna look weird. I'm gonna try it. It only looks a little weird. I think it's okay. Let's move this guy like so. Let's bring him up like so. I'm down with it, guys. I'm excited. Have I told you guys that I really love this game? And we're gonna scooch him over this way. I'll tidy that up. Don't worry about it. You saw nothing. It looks great. I'm fine with it. We're gonna leave that over there. And coming over this side, why don't we put I think the park makes more sense over here. And then the gymnasium makes more sense over here, although it is actually kind of nice and small. Why don't we try tucking it back behind the other building, like so? Again, we'll have to tidy up. And our last thing is the cafeteria, which I would like to have over this way. Oh wow, look at all the people walking around. Okay, so new plan. We're gonna scooch the bookstore over here. And we are going to put the cafeteria over here. And we are going to, once again, fight with the landscape and the heights of things. Look we're like barely even losing money anymore, even though we've got so much money going into the university staff. That's kind of funny. I'm sort of loving that. I'm gonna leave that like that for now. It's not perfect, but I have a feeling that we'll kind of fuss with this a little bit more. Over this way, how do you look? Not the greatest. So how we can fix that is we can bring this up like so, and if we control H it to that height, that works out just fine. And coming up here, then we can just kind of curve this one a little bit more. We might end up stopping. I don't know, we'll find something up there. And yeah, those parking spaces are even, so it's good to go. And this park just naturally works. How do you feel about what we have accomplished today? I think we've done a nice mix of looking at a bunch of the prettiness throughout the city and getting some real work started with the university. I'm very pleased with the trade school so far, and I love the fishing stuff that we've been working on. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more City Skylines content. Guys, I will catch you next time.